Hey y'all, it's Indigo here. Excited to be coming at you with Grand Arena Championships. This is the first season that counts for real. So we're in round one of that. My opponent today is above me in every way. Like, he's over 5 mil GP. I'm about 4.7. He's got better mods than I do, faster mods than I do. And I thought I was doing good with Gear 13 at 21, but he's got 41. So it's definitely a tough matchup for me. Kind of feel like the underdog here, so trying to do the best I can and just go for a full clear. Even if I lose this and I full clear, you know, that still puts me in the running. I can still have an outside shot at getting to Kyber, so we'll see how that goes. I'm not too concerned about it one way or the other, but, you know, I just want to clear the board because I like clearing the board. So here's what the board looks like. That's what I set up front. Not really going to go into that in case my opponent hasn't attacked yet, and I don't want him to see everything. But he put his Darth Revan and then a Kira Scoundrel squad up top. I'll go in with my Grievous droid counter. This is what I use in the arena every day to climb, and it works most of the time. There are some times where it can fail, like when you don't get the target locks. It can be frustrating. First thing you do is crawl at Fallen Bastila. Unfortunately, she didn't die in one shot, so that makes it really hard. Right here you can see things went down south where I lost both of my droids before I got to take that extra turn. So normally you would crawl at Bastila and then crawl at Malak and then AoE to clear the board. But because that didn't pan out, I really only have one choice here. If I was to crawl at Malak, then Darth Revan would go. They would kill T3. You can see him low on health over there. And then it will be just Grievous. And without T3 to add the extra buffs, you're not gonna have a shot at clearing the board. So what I'm gonna do here is, you know, I'm debating what should I do, and all I can do rather than all out fail is to take out as many as I can and just suffer through going back and cleaning up the mess later. So that's what I do. AoE clears the board except for Malak. It's always a gamble. You try and get rid of Malak if you can. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get rid of him, so I'm left with a lone Malak and got to clean him up. We'll go to the next squad on the list, that Kira squad. Just go in with CLS, Han, Chewie, and then Chirrut and Baze. Be able to take them out pretty quick. Want to just go after Vandor Chewie first as fast as we can. Dispel the taunt. She gets it right back. Doesn't matter though, because we do enough damage with this team and there's no nest to worry about. So can take out L3 right here. Now we don't have to worry about her coming back. And work on Vandor Chewie before he gets prepared going on. Just because that can be a real pain of a mechanic. Now I got the two Landos and Kira, but they're pretty weak. Nothing really big to have to worry about. Now it's just Kira, so knock her out, get done with it, and that's the end of that team. There she goes. So 58 banners for that match. Now I can go in and clean up my mess. I always like to give it a break, figure out what I'm going to do. Because the way you clean up Malak is also the team that I use to take out a Carth team, which he's got out front down south. And so it's a little bit, you got to do a little bit of debating on how you want to handle it. And I use my FO team, so we'll go in with Crew. And it works really good. He's got that 2-turn stun. You get a lot of turn meter from your regular Kylo doing his AoE. So that's all I'm doing here. Just keep AoE, feed the turn meter to the team, keep Malak stunned. You want to try and keep Crew taunting because he takes reduced health damage whenever Malak does his drain life. You don't want Malak to get a shot off on like first order officer, executioner, and kill them off. Got to make sure that he focuses on, see right there, he went on officer, but it's okay because he still had protection, so it wasn't going to kill him. But you just got to make sure that doesn't happen again, because them drain lives can wreck you pretty quick if you're not careful who's got the taunt up and can handle it. And both Xylo and crew can handle those drain lives no problem. Just got to keep working on taking the damage down. It's not too hard. It just takes a minute because Malak is so tanky by himself. And at gear 13, with all mine just being gear 12, it's just that much more sturdy that he is. And I can only imagine how relics are going to, improve his situation. So I expect him to be really tough to deal with after that next update gets going with the relics and everything, because people are outfitting their arena squads. So that'll be something to look forward to, I guess. You can see I got him down to red bar. Executioner gets in there with a finishing blow. So 39 points for that. Nothing else I could do, unfortunately. The droid counter is a counter for a reason. It works under specific circumstances, and if those aren't met, that's it. So here's what he's gotten back. I kind of figured this. He's got Shock T-led clones, Gear 13 Shock T and Echo with the Zeta over there. And then he's just got a regular Zal team in back. Not really worried about that. I wanted to see hopefully one or two weak teams from my opponent that I could use something other than a meta team for. It's important for like imps or if you're going to use Ewoks or anything. But I'm not. I just went ahead and took my Darth Revan squad. I saved that for offense. I had to go really light on my own defense just to make sure I had a chance at full clearing this guy's board. Because there's just no way. With everything he outspeeds me, and with all the Gear 13s he have versus mine, I had to be able to at least clear the board. Even if I lose, I need a full clear. That's the only way with the scoring system the way it is that you can have any chance at making Kyber. So, knocked out Shock T and clones. They're no match for a Darth Revan Sith Empire team. Took them out easily enough. Down south, he's got a Nute Separatist squad, and then there's that Carth team that I mentioned. So we'll go ahead and take those out, show you what I used for those. So here's that Nute Separatist team. I figured it was best not to roll the dice and just go in with Jedi Knight Revan here. Because I have a pretty good idea what he's got waiting for me in back. But, we'll see when we get there. I figured, one thing that was odd about this team is he didn't put B2 in there. So that, in my mind, made it quite a bit easier. I was wondering how he was going to utilize B2. He's got all the counters for like a DR team. He's got the droid counter, all the Zetas, but maybe he uses B2 in that somehow. I'm not sure. But in any case, he didn't put him here, so it made it so much easier for me. You can see I went after Dooku first, got rid of him, didn't have to worry about counterattacks. Now I got one kill out of Nute, and he's under stealth, but my guys are pretty healthy and good. So just work on taking out who I can, which is Magna Guard right now. Don't have to worry about big hits from Grievous, none of that noise. So in my mind, I'm doing pretty good with this. Take out Nute there. Just don't have to worry about all that extortion flying around. It's still on Jolie. We'll get rid of that right there. So now I just had to worry about tanking out some of the hits and trying to heal them up best I can. Still trying to get some hits in on B1 in the meantime with the AoEs. Knock some of those stacks down. Working on his G13 Magna Guard he's got there. Pretty tanky. Uh, but took him out. He gets his bonus turn. Now it's just down to B1 and Droideka. Can't do anything to Droideka because he's got that damage immunity. So we'll go to work on B1, knocking down some of his stacks here. And just throw that mark on there so we can dogpile him and get him out of there. Almost there. There we go. Now it's just Droideka. Just got to kind of bide some time until his buffs go away and I can start doing some damage. Try to heal everybody up a little bit. But you can see Jolie's very, very low on protection. Not a lot I can do there. So just waiting. Now the buffs are gone. Boom. There goes Droideka. So 58 banners for that match. Good enough for me. Okay, here is his Carth team. I didn't want to do this, but it's like the domino effect. You know, you plan out your counter teams and you know what you're going to use against your opponents. But when my droids left that lone Malak and I had to do cleanup, then I used my first order team as the cleanup, which is my go-to squad for this type of matchup. So I end up having to burn Traya, and I'm 99% sure he's got Geos waiting for me in the back. And I was really hoping to save Traya for that, just because I knew it was going to be a really tight match, and he was probably going to be pretty efficient. And like I said, he outmods and outgears me on a lot of things, so that was my hope. But, you know, nothing I can do about that. The chips fall where they may, and so I end up taking my Traya in here, so get a kind of easy win against a Carth team. I like my FO squad because they're pretty good at getting 60 banners. All the dots that get thrown around really help to heal them up, get the protection back. It's a little tougher to top this team off on protection, but with Thrawn there, I'm able to swap turn meter and throw protection where I need it. So I'm mostly able to heal everybody up. Get rid of Mission. Now it's just Juhani there. Everybody's healed up pretty much except for Sith Trooper there with his protection. Made sure Traya was topped off. So we're good to go there. Everybody's healed up except for Trooper missing that protection. Nothing I can really do about that. We'll take out Juhani and end this match. And we get 59 banners. So best I could do, we'll open up the back and show you guys what he's got waiting for me back there. And I was right. I figured it would be Nightsisters and Geos. So here's the Geos. I went ahead and threw my Jawas in there because you know they just recently updated Jawas so that they don't work the same. You can see here the Jawa that's gone was my scavenger. They dogpiled him straight off, so that sucks because he's the one that throws down all the thermal detonators. So they got rid of him first thing. They weren't messing around. Otherwise, they'd all be dead. Now I just got my engineer and one of the other ones. Can't remember which one that was. But got him, and it's just a lone Sun Fac left. Good thing is I can keep throwing thermals with engineer. Bad thing is Jawas aren't really made to sit there and tank a bunch of hits. So trying to land these thermals and not have to go a second battle on this. Slowly getting there. There. Got rid of them. Still 48 banners. It's just a little frustrating now, I guess. But it works pretty much the same way. Now we got his Nightsisters. And my go-to counter for that these days has been the Padme team. So here's my Padme. I put C-3PO in there. Figure he'll be able to help out a little bit with some dog piles. Throw some confuse around. I don't know. Normally I use Zaris, but I end up having her on defense this round. Because I tried out, a little trick here and there. try and throw my opponent off, see if he'll go multiple battles. That's all I can do. You know, when you're the underdog, you got to kind of think outside the box and change the teams up so you don't give them standard counters where they're kind of scratching their head wondering about what should I use? What do I do now that he threw this in there? So you got to really change things up a little bit. So that's what I had to do, and that's why my Xeris is on defense. But I'm making quick work of his Nightsisters. It's not too bad. The only bad thing about the Padme team is you can't ever get full protection hardly. So you do miss out on a few banners for that. But down to just Spirit and Zombie now. Working on Spirit, getting her down. She got that foresight, but go ahead and take her out. Now it's just Zombie. There's nothing we can really do to heal up, so take out Zombie and be done with it. And there we go. 58 banners there, so not too bad. A little bit better than I thought it would go. Now I just have a Zal team left, and the best team I have left is Resistance. I don't have BB-8 because he was used in my my droid counter for Darth Revan. So I put Wampa in there. I mean, I figured if all else fails, a Gear 13 Wampa can kind of, you know, get the job done. So JTR does okay. I got a fast R2, Gear 13 R2. Everybody else Gear 12. I got Holdo to help, you know, help heal up and protection. I really should learn to use Finn's move because he helps heal up the team too. And I'm really bad about using that. But I got R2 for stealth and some stuns. Just trying to knock them out. It's not a fancy squad, but they do a lot of AoEs and try to take off a lot of your protection with all those AoEs. It's not a bad squad that you could, you know, underestimate it and lose banners that way. So I'm working on taking out his Savage Operas right here. Got rid of him. Now I just got 2 left. And Wampa hits hard enough that you can take out nice big chunks of change. So I should have used Finn's heal and maybe I could have healed up a little bit. But 55 banners for that. So not the greatest, but it was more about clearing the board at this point. Having a win in one and then nothing else I can do but just hope my opponent makes a mistake. I really don't think it's likely though. I mean, I expected to lose this one going in, and having my Darth Revan counter go more than one round kind of pretty much sealed it. And then I end up having to use Jawas instead of Traya, and you know, you lose 12 banners on that match. It all adds up. But good enough to get back into it. It was fun. I'm looking forward to more matches. Hopefully I get a little bit more favorable on my matchups from here on out, but we'll see. I will let you guys know how I did, and we'll see you guys all in round 2. Shout out to my buddy Mikayas. He runs a modding service. He'll go through, make sure you got the right squad compositions and the right mods on the right characters. Give your account a real nice tune-up. I'll put the link to his Discord in my description. Go ahead and check him out. Tell him Indigo sent you. Thanks for watching my video, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share your comments down below, and hopefully you'll check out my other videos on my channel. Peace.